If you're looking to bet the Warriors and Rockets, you're in luck. We've got a free play coming up on that game in just a little bit. Plus, a little daytime baseball. I'm going to be in attendance at a game this afternoon.
Yeah.
Mark Zinno,
Take the under.
morning wager. Yep, we will get to that. But the morning wager
under on the game.
Morning wager turns 2 years old. Or this is I guess we're in our we haven't turned 2 years old. We're in our second year. We're in our second season officially.
Speaking of which, apparently we had a faux pas yesterday on our birthday. I made that way. I made a mistake, and we were talking about the athletics game and Osvaldo Beto. And remember, I said we were fading Patrick Corbin. I brought up Beto because you and I were laughing at his name. Osvaldo Beto.
Yeah, and I was confused during your breakdown for a second, but you're going to get to that.
I blame you. You should have brought it up. Guys, okay, for the people in the comment section, dude, it's a mistake. Can you guys chill the hell out? Like, honestly. Okay, let's just get this out there. If you don't like our show, don't watch.
Oh, here we go. God, I knew this was coming again.
That's what I do.
Like, if you make a mistake and say something, then don't watch. Like, you get in the comment section and call me a charlatan, okay? I have never once claimed to be sharp. I've never once claimed to be an expert. I've never claimed any of those things. Yes, we sell picks. We get some right, we get some wrong. We get more right than we do get wrong. But for crying out loud, you guys should, dear Lord, you have nothing better to do with your time than sit behind the keyboard and be angry at the freaking world. Get a life. Get a life, honestly. I do not care. I slept just fine at night. Me and Osvaldo Beto slept very good last night. Both of us.
Did you sleep together?
No. He gets paid a lot more money to sleep well at night than I do, but that's neither here nor there. But my God, it's just like one of the – just let it go, bro. It was a mistake. We're crying out loud.
May I say something here for a second? To all the keyboard –
don't watch if you don't like it.
Okay, you've made that very clear. For all the keyboard warriors, as I believe they call the people that you have said, don't you have more to do than be angry behind a keyboard? They should all aspire to be like Mark and be angry and be on camera. That is where they. There you go.
I caught a stray there finally. Okay, that was uncalled for. All right, I'm your partner. You shouldn't do that. Only I could do it to you. Yeah, now you're flexing. Now you got a big flex going on. Good for you. I mean, God, we're here to have a little fun and talk about sports betting. What the hell is wrong with that?
I don't know.
Heroes. If you don't like the information, go somewhere else.
Okay. You've made okay. We're supposed to be engaging in the first minute or so of the show.
The idiots who no.
You've insulted it. You've run everybody off. You have told.
I have been engaged once, and it didn't work out well, so I don't want to be engaged anymore.
Okay. Then we're not going down that road. That's a different story for a different day. All right.
I'm catching strays.
Story for today. The story for today, as I said, Warriors Rockets will be our best bet. We have that 3-day special going on, by the way, Mark and I, 3 days, both of us. $69. $69. You get all of our plays for the next 3 days. Not just Mark, not just me, both of us. $69. All 3 days, everything.
Maybe if we put on the NBA plays, we should probably do the opposite. Because I'm on 3.
The NBA has been a bit of a struggle, but again, people should stay for what we have to say about Rockets Warriors. All it takes is one to turn this ship around. You are going to now. There are some interesting baseball matchups on Wednesday. You have chosen one that is certainly the opposite of interesting, as the Kansas City Royals are taking on the Colorado Rockies. These are two of the worst offensive teams in baseball. As a matter of fact, they are the two they're the two lowest scoring teams in all of baseball. Please tell us how we should bet this game on Wednesday.
I'm going to do something stupid. I'll make sure I get all the pitchers' names right of who's starting for what team for you guys, okay? Are you ready?
Lord.
Herman, whatever his name is, he plays for Colorado. I know this now. I'm going to talk about the Royals batting against Herman. Anyway, Mr. Marquez, he sucks. He's terrible. He's 0-3. He's got an 8.27 ERA, a 1.84 WHIP. Okay, he
That's
is
bad.
not a pitcher at this point. As bad as the Royals' offense here is, Marquez has given up in his last 3 outings a combined total of 17 runs. That's not good. In exactly 10 and 1/3 innings pitched. So, yes, it was against the Dodgers and the Padres. Those are 2 very good offenses. Okay. I understand that. The Royals are not a good offense, but this kind of feels like the breakout spot here, maybe for the Royals. And I'm going to do something that Brian Power has sworn us not to do. Because Brian Power always says you shouldn't lay 1.5 with the home team because they don't get that last at bat. Well, guess what? I'm going to lay the 1.5 here with the Kansas City Royals against the Colorado Rockies. The Royals ended up blowing it in the 9th inning. Their closer walked 3 guys last night. They blew
Not good.
Nope. Yep. Not good at all. They blew a lead last night and went to extras. So we know the Rockies bullpen, which is already bad, right? Rockies bullpen bad. We concede that. Yeah, they're not going to get much of a break here against KC. So we're going to lay the 1.5, even though it is the Royals. Starting for the Royals, pitching for the Royals, guys. Michael Lorenzen, he plays for the Royals. That means the Rockies are going to be batting against him. Okay. Lorenzen isn't great, but he's not terrible. He's a guy that every now and then can have a really good start, as we've seen from spots. Again, he faced a soft hitting Twins team, went 6 innings, gave up 5 hits, just 1 run. That's what we're talking about here. And he's been in his 1 home start this year. That was the 1 home start he had. It was good. The other 3 have been on the road. So we'll take him at home. We'll lay the 1.5 for the Royals here. Michael Lorenzen starting for the Royals. German Marquez starting for the Rockies. Are we all good? Okay, good. Royals minus 1.5. Let's do it. Just for the comments, people make 1 mistake and they'll never let you live it down. Jackasses.
Oh, I'll tell you what. Talk to Nixon about it. All right. Anyway, Mark Zinno, he's on one. Okay. Smash that like button, though, if you agree with that selection on the Kansas City Royals minus 1.5. Yes, I am famous for saying you don't lay minus 1.5 for the home team, but I will say the Colorado Rockies are the worst team in baseball. Also, comment down below with perhaps what prescription drugs Mark should try to calm himself down for the next show, because I'd be interested to see what everyone has to say about that, or maybe non-prescription drugs for that matter. I would like to see what you guys have to say. You look a lot more peaceful now, Mark. I don't know what you're doing. If you're centering yourself, perhaps, for the best bet. We will get to that in a minute. But I'm going to talk about Yankees Guardians. I'm going to talk about this game because I'm going to be there. And you know what happens when I go to games, Mark Zinno? I like to bet the under. We bet the under. It started out as a fun gimmick. It's gone on to a 26-8 run. When I'm in person, the under is 26-8. Now, I will point out, in the interest of full disclosure, sir, 0-2. My last 2 trips. One, I had the Cleveland Cavs against the LA Clippers. That game went way over. And then I was in Houston, took in an Astros game against the Angels. That game went over. I don't think I've lost 3 unders in a row. And so I think the streak's going to end Wednesday afternoon. Let's talk about some more technical aspects of the handicap, not just, me sitting in the stands drinking beers like I'm Bob Uecker, okay? Pitching for the Guardians is Luis L. Ortiz. Not to be confused with Luis F. Ortiz. Luis L. Ortiz has done very well his last 3 starts, okay? You're talking about 3 earned runs or less each of those times. And he's facing a Yankees lineup, Mark, which, as you know, has largely been feast or famine to start 2025. The Yankees have scored 4 runs or less in well over half their games this season. And they scored 2 in a loss to the Guardians on Tuesday, only scored 4 in the opener. So the Guards, oh, by the way, maybe a little revenge, for the ALCS. That's what the Guardians are going for, a sweep here. They'll be facing Carlos Rodon, your buddy, the southpaw, who, as much as you rip him, through 6 shutout innings, a 2-hit ball last time against Tampa Bay. I think runs are going to be scarce. Look, we've built our reputation with the in-person unders at Progressive Field on Getaway Day. Why? Look, I'm a lifelong Clevelander. I don't think the opposing players want to stay in Cleveland any longer than they have to. Maybe a lack of plate discipline for the Pinstripes, Mark Zinno. Regardless, I'll take the under 8. I'm betting the game.
Okay. I'm with you. I mean, what's the over-under on beers?
It will be
And a
pretty
half?
high tomorrow, actually. It'll be pretty high because I actually a text just came in as we were recording some of the cast of characters that will be in attendance with me, and these people are just borderline alcoholics, quite frankly.
Okay. So over under 6.5 beers and under 8 in a game. Good. Okay.
8 to see 6 that 6.5 would be aggressive at the stadium. First of all, that
Really?
would be a lot of money.
Oh, okay. So what are we setting the line? Four
Yeah.
and a half?
Eh, you maybe we go to the Thirsty Parrot before the game.
Where are you? Oh, so you're gonna?
I drink
I'm
heavy
talking
beers.
about total beers for the day. Like that
Oh,
include
I'll go over 4.5. Yeah, I'm going over 4.5.
go over
You
six and
kidding
a half
me?
for the whole day.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. It's gonna be great when I call. It's gonna be great when I call my wife at 7 o'clock. Guess what? We're staying up for the Cavs game. She's just gonna say, "I don't want you home anyway." All right,
Yeah.
that is my Wednesday. By the way, if you're downtown and you see me, yell
She
"Hi, Brian Power," and I'll yell "Hi" back. There you go.
She's gonna tell you to Flintstone when you get home. You get in your own bed and I'll get in mine. We're not sleeping together.
Yeah, she usually passes out early anyway. All right. Anyway, what do we have to talk about before our best bet? We hit the 3-day special. We've told
Yep.
people to smash that like button. We have told
Yeah.
people to
Only
comment
if you actually like
down
us. If you
below.
get your complaint, don't smash the like button. Go away.
I'll take the like no matter what. It's called engagement. I think it impresses the suits here at WagerTalk.com.
Nobody at this place wears suits. You know that. I
I'm
don't
going to
even own a
start
suit.
wearing a suit. I do
You
too.
should.
You go to my page. Actually, go to my page, wt.buzz/BP, where I am wearing a suit on that page.
The only time I've ever put on a suit.
I'm actually not wearing pants right now.
No. It's good to know. Neither am I.
Oh,
We made it year one in a day. Just forget it. The pants have come off, folks.
Pants off the whole second year. The pants have come off. All right, everybody. The Houston Rockets were pantsed a little bit in game one, were they not, against the Golden State Warriors?
That was a good
That
transition.
was a
Segue right there.
thank you. Thank you. I'm picking up some broadcasting techniques over the last year from Mark Zinno of quote many media outlets. But
Yes.
the half court offense of the Rockets absolutely
Stunk.
shambolic in game one. But is while the NBA's been struggling, Memphis was not kind to either of us on Tuesday. I will say this: we did get the Milwaukee Bucks, Billy Waukee, over 112.5 as our show best bet yesterday. Okay.
Yes.
And we're predicting, yeah, I kind of was pushing to take Houston over the team total for this segment. You and we have to be in agreement. That's the rule. And we're just going over for the game. A very, very low total for game two between the
Yeah.
Rockets and the Dubs.
I mean, look, you had a 214 total for game one. You're going to drop 11 points to 203.5. Come on. Like that's too big of a number to drop. Look, Houston only shot 39% from the field, 20% from three. They had 17 turnovers. It was a mess for them. But yes, there is a world where the Rockets can win this thing 90 to 95 to 90, right? Like I just there's too much regression here. And Golden State again, with the lead that they had at one point in the second half, which was up to like 23, I think, at one point in the third quarter, the pace just dies right at that point in time. The highest scoring quarter was 29 by the Warriors, and that was in the second quarter when they pulled away at the end of the first half. Nobody scored more than 29 points in any other quarter, any part of any quarter. So I think the scoring will go back up. Golden State will be able to continue to score and shoot at the rate that they do. Neither of these teams play particularly fast, right? So, that there's a little bit of a worry. They're both kind of middling pace teams, but that's just too big of a drop. You can't have an 11-point swing from game one to game two. I think there's an overreaction line from odds makers here, given what we saw in game one. I know Houston generally plays to an under, but I don't see a world where Houston wins this game staying under 100, right? So
No.
I think, and again, Houston now a 3.5-point favorite in game two, as opposed to 1.5 in game one. So odds makers are telling you they're definitely going to have to score more, even though it's only 2 points, but they're definitely going to have to score more to win this thing. And I just think it's a bad line. If we were closer to 209, 210, I'd be like, yeah, that's tight. But my guess is this thing hits around 210, right? I think we get, 90, 105, 95, and we're home. I think that's probably more realistic from what we're looking at. So Did I do the math right? Will somebody get? Did I do the math right on that? 210. Well, yeah. Okay. All right. Didn't want somebody to get in the comment section. Oh, you can't add. Damn you for thinking you're a sharp. Losers. Anyway. So yeah, I like the over 203.5 here. It's just too big of a line movement.
Well, I like the over 203.5 too. So there you go. And similar to the cap yesterday, we talked about Milwaukee, how poorly they had shot in game one, Mark. Let's talk about Houston in game one, 39% overall, 20% from three. Yeah, they're going to be better.
Yes,
it's called summarize.
They have to be. They have to be.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you that if the Houston Rockets shoot 20% from three again in game two, they are dead. They should start making golf plans. It will be over.
Yes. It will be a very quick series, to say the least. So,
yes. Yeah, I mean, you can't go down. Any thoughts to maybe a Rockets first half home team desperation situation? Anything?
I mean, it's so close of a number. Like, I mean, what if Golden State's up 56-55? You know, like it's
and
just
the Rockets went. Yeah. Okay.
You know, like it just there's so much variance that comes. They could be tied, right? Or they could be up by one and it chuck up three from Steph. Boom. And then down, like it's just, I don't like the variance there. Right? Part of the reason why I took Memphis last night with the 9 is I'm getting such a huge number in the first half, and then they started the game over 10, and we were dead on arrival. Which is actually, me, better. I'd rather lose the game that way. I was actually happy.
That's the same.
Completely the wrong side, not something stupid happening that cost me a win. So, yeah, I know we've been on the struggle bus of the NBA here, but bear with us. Maybe we'll get one right.
Keep it on. Smash that like button if you agree with that over for game 2 of Rockets Warriors. We will be back on Thursday with another edition of the Morning Wager.
The 2 charlatans will be back. That's us.
The charlatans. Even though
morning charlatans now?
Yeah, I was going to say that. The morning charlatans. Okay, we're going to dance. No singing today, but we are dancing on the way out. That's how we do it. All right, everybody. Until next time, let's cash some tickets.